Hey everybody, thanks for joining, whether you're watching now, later, whenever. Thanks for stopping by. Wanted to do a little post planetary pregame discussion from yesterday. I did the planetary pregame, made my prediction about the Vikings and the Raiders. Thanks everybody for watching. And yesterday, that is. And then now, today, do a little discussion after the fact, like an après game. So I figured the game was going to be very, very close. I was kind of blathering about that yesterday during my planetary pregame stream. And lo and behold, wasn't that game exciting yesterday versus the Vikings and the Raiders? Wasn't that just like the most thrilling thing we've ever seen? No. No, seriously. All right. So the Vikings ended up winning that game. I did pick the Vikings to win. My prediction was I picked them to win by 2 points. They ended up winning by 3. So I had the score of 26-22, and it ended up being, as we know, 3-0. And, going into the fourth quarter, who else thought that we were going to go into overtime? Probably a lot of you did. All right, Danny, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Good to see you again. Okay, that was crazy. And, again, just to reference back yesterday, I did make mention that it could come down to running out of time. One of the teams literally running out of time because Saturn was involved. And then 2, Uranus was involved as well. And whenever Uranus is involved, things can get a little crazy. I do want to pull up the chart just from yesterday, just for the game, just to share it again. And then I can kind of point out a little bit as to what I'm talking about here. Let me get it. All right. So here's the chart from yesterday. Like we all know now, because it's in the past, the game started at pretty much on time, 1:05 Las Vegas time. And obviously the Vegas Raiders were the home team. They were represented by Mars because their first house, or basically Aries, represented the Raiders yesterday. And Aries is ruled by the planet Mars. So I made mention of this yesterday, that both teams had bad stuff going on. Like there was not a clear-cut winner to me when I was looking at this chart yesterday, before I made my prediction. And lo and behold, what a turd of a game, honestly. Just like, okay, is anything going to happen? So much so that the broadcasters, what else were they going to do? There was nothing else going on. It was Mark Sanchez and I forget the other dude, my girl Laura Oakman on the sideline. Like they were pretty much making fun of it by the time we got into the second quarter. Like, well, it's been a lot of punting over here. It's like, okay. Oh yeah, thanks, Danny. Appreciate you. Hi Ryan. How are you? Good to see you. After yesterday, now I know how the Nazis felt at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. I haven't seen that movie. I know. Don't come at me, but I'll believe you. Yeah, just like what? And 2, I did briefly make mention of this yesterday as well, that there was no clear-cut winner. There was bad for both teams per the astrology chart. And then I did say, too, that I'm waiting for a chart to show me a tie. I'm still waiting for that. Wasn't yesterday, but boy, did we get freaking close. There's JV in the house. What's going on, JV? Hope you are doing well. Dude, you're Chicago Bears. They have turned a corner, my friend, here. All right. Oh, no. It gave you PVSS, post-Viking stress syndrome. Yes, totally. And 2, somebody asked me yesterday during the stream, I think it was Grandizer, like, will the Minnesota Vikings have to take their blood pressure medication during the game yesterday? And I said, yes. Yes, of course. There's never a game that, at least with the Vikings, that you can't be prepared for that, okay? Unless you live over here with me in the realistic realm. We'll welcome you, okay? We practice safe sipping. We don't gulp the purple Kool-Aid, okay? We see the forest through the trees. We want the team to win, but We're gonna call it how we see it. Okay. So yeah, it and like ugh, the Josh Dobbs of it all, it's like nice kid, smart, not even a kid, smart guy. I like his attitude, I like his poise, but it just wasn't working. Now, if that is the playbook, just can't jive. If that's Kevin O'Connell not coaching well enough, I am going to go a little bit off on that. I don't know. It's something. I think Nick Mullins should have come in a little sooner. But to go back to the original, like starting Josh Dobbs, I didn't necessarily hate that. The whole kind of story though that the broadcast crew was going with yesterday was like, oh well, Kevin just wanted to give another chance. It's like we get that, but it was kind of screaming Kevin O'Connell to me. Okay, Kevin needs to stop coddling. It's too much with the coddling. Knock it off, man. Knock it off. Okay. The Bears are going to go on a winning streak for the rest of the season and sneak into the playoffs. Dude, I think so. I said that, and then I went off of that because the Bears look terrible. And then now I'm just as surprised as everybody else, too. So, I mean, hey, that's just why you can never count a team out. You really can't. And stupid evil to the east tonight. They're playing the Giants. Go Giants. Okay. So we'll see. But the Vikings, it's like they don't even know who they are. They don't have an identity. I said this at the beginning of the season. Yet here we are. Go see Raiders. It's great. I have heard that. I will have to put it on my list. It might take me years to watch it, Ryan, to be honest with you, but one day I might actually watch it. I have been working my way through season 3 of The Crown for like a year and a half. I might get there one day. I might get there. But thank you for the suggestion. Both the Raiders and Vikings. Yes, exactly. They should have been awarded a loss. And honestly, a tie is kind of worse. I mean, they're both kind of bad. Like a tie, in my opinion, is just as bad as a loss. It is. You didn't do anything. If anything, you actually sucked. Neither of you could beat each other. Honestly, who throws a shoe? Okay. So, oh, hi, Asia. Thank you. Oh, yeah. The top knot, the bun is out of control today. Somebody called it a cone head like a long time ago, but I dig it. I'm into it. So I got the cone head going on today. I think that was John. I don't think he's on right now, but I think that was John that coined that term. Always good to see you though, Asia. Thanks for jumping on. All right, back to the chart here, people. And I do just want to add in that for my Vikings predictions, I have moved to 9-4 on the season. Okay. I'm trying to get better on getting like the actual points, like the total points, because that's very, very challenging. And I did want to mention, this is again the chart from yesterday. So like I was blathering about earlier, the Raiders were Mars yesterday, and then the Vikings were represented by Venus. So actually both of these planets are like Martian. It was a lot of Martianness yesterday. And then I did point this out too. The moon, she was wandering. She was kind of lost yesterday. She was traditionally void of course. So she wasn't really communicating with any other planets before she moved into Sagittarius, and she moved into Sagittarius this morning. The only things that the moon was doing yesterday, she was communicating with Pluto up here in Capricorn, and then Neptune over here in Pisces. I follow more traditional astrology rulership. So Pluto and Neptune are modern planets, but I still like to look at them. Okay. Now, both the Vikings and the Raiders, like I said, they both were, they didn't have a lot going for them yesterday. And it's so funny how the chart will be so reflective of what actually happens. As above, so below, people. So the Raiders, they were Mars yesterday. The Mars was under the beams of the sun, kind of getting burned up. Planets do not do well when they're within 15 degrees of the sun. I mean, depending, because it's called under the beams, because the sun is so powerful, it'll kind of burn up that planet's power when that other planet is so close. Now, the one thing though for the Raiders yesterday is the fact that Mars is a dry, hot planet already. So it doesn't do as bad next to the sun as other planets do. Still not good for the Raiders, and obviously nothing came about there. And then another thing for the Vikings that I didn't like either, but I think this is actually what helped them in the end get the victory, and another reason why I picked them to win, is that they were represented by the planet of Venus yesterday. Now, Venus is in the sign of Scorpio over here. Venus does not feel comfortable in the sign of Scorpio because she's naturally rules the sign of Taurus, which is opposite of Scorpio. So Venus is in her detriment in Scorpio. However, for the Vikings, they had their own ruling planet, that be Venus, right in their first house of self and body. So I do think that was helpful for them. And then the fact that Venus was making a little bit of a communication to the part of fortune, which is over here in Pisces, and Neptune. And the fact, too, that Venus was also getting a little help from Pluto. So those modern planets kind of came in. And then one other thing that I did want to kind of point out, too, that I have been seeing patterns with since I've started doing my notes and really diving deep into games. And not just Vikings games either, just games in general when I do the predictions, is that yesterday the Raiders, if you can see, they're represented by house number 1 over here. So I'll zoom in a little bit here for you guys. That if you look right here in the Raiders' first house, the planet Jupiter is there, which is good. However, the thing that I have noticed in looking at games, unless something else positive overrides this, if a team has the planet Uranus in their first house of self and body, it normally does not go well for that team. It just doesn't. And also, I want to touch on that between the two teams yesterday, those players were dropping like flies, people. They were dropping like flies, okay? With the injuries, what the hell, okay? And I also am kind of equating that with the fact that, again, the moon, she's very, very important with everything, and especially with the chart. She was wandering. She was kind of lost and wasn't really talking to anybody besides Neptune and Pluto. None of the other major planets she was having any sort of conversation with. So I just think that, again, the chart so reflective of how the game ended up. Like, okay, not a lot good for either of these teams, but eventually I got to make a prediction here. Again, I am still waiting for a chart that shows me a tie. So I guess I could look back on games that have already ended in a tie and look at the chart there. I actually could do that. But so those are kind of my findings too. And then I did briefly mention yesterday as well, and today, and I've mentioned it before, Saturn was in the mix here a little bit too, because Saturn ruled the Vikings, what's called 5th house, and games can be found there. And when Saturn is involved, I have found that a team will literally run out of time. Either they will run out of time at the end with trying to come back, like throwing the ball around to get a touchdown, kind of like they were doing yesterday, or the team will win on like a score at the end of the game, like a field goal or something like that. So anywho, that's what I found. Thanks for listening, everybody. Let me know what you think. I'm going to come back to the chat now. So, and then I'm going to go, I do have just a couple notes that I did want to touch on. But yeah, the injuries, the time expiring, Saturn and Uranus, man. But Uranus being in a team's first house of self, I have not seen that go well. And the Raiders had that yesterday. And also Uranus is very unstable and unpredictable. And then the fact too, that the Raiders even had an opportunity at the end of that game yesterday, which they should have not had, but okay, weirdness. They had an opportunity, and then, okay, Ivan Pace Jr. with the interception because O'Connell basically threw it right to him. So again, just some weirdness there. But yeah, that's what makes it fun too. So Danny, what do you got? KO play caller kind of whack and terrible. I agree. Okay, yeah, I agree. And I just, unless Kevin can, it kind of seems like he's treating the team like he would maybe treat his children. I don't know. This is just an assumption. He's probably a great dad. But it's like, you're not a dad really when you're coaching grown men, right? Enough with the coddling. I mean, kudos again. Round of applause for James O'Brien. I don't think he's on right now, but he came up with that name last year, Kevin O'Connell. It is just so fitting. I wish I came up with it myself, but I always got to give James credit there. But it is so fitting. He's a coddler. He is. And he might get in his own way too by being too nice. And it's not like you got to be a complete asshat, right? I think KOC wanted to do the right thing for Dobbs. Yes, I think so too. But somebody mentioned this in the broadcast yesterday, I believe, and it was probably Mark, former quarterback, that, and I could be wrong, maybe it could have been somebody else, but that Kevin O'Connell sees himself in Josh Dobbs, because Kevin O'Connell was a quarterback. So there might be a little bit of that. Again, like a dad trying to live vicariously through your children. Stop it. All right. But it turned out to be the wrong choice. Once he struggled against the Bears, sorry, JV. He should have been pulled after the game and Mullins start. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's easy for us to say. And like Nick Mullins isn't like a superstar either. He's not like a starter anywhere. But what we have, I think that starting Dobbs was totally fine. I support that with Kevin O'Connell's thinking what he wanted to do, but he waited too long. He waited too long. Okay. You waited until the fire spread all the way to the gas stove. Okay. And it exploded. All right. You had a chance to get out of there, but you waited too long. I don't know about that analogy, but you guys get it. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, after the bye, I have heard that as well, Ryan, too. That, and I think this just goes back to Kevin O'Connell. It honestly does. And he used to say it. You guys remember last year? You remember last year? He's, oh, this is on me. This is on me. This is on me. Okay, what are you doing about it? And then if people aren't playing how they should be, they're going to be sent on the bench. No, you're full of hot air, and the team knows it. Just like a dad, when dad's like, "You're going to get grounded," like, no, the kid's like, "Dad's never going to ground me." He can say that, but he loves me too much. Never going to ground me, or whatever. So it's like, this team needs to be grounded. They need to be grounded. I was watching the end of Mean Girls yesterday, and for those of you who've seen it, you remember when spoiler alert, when they ground Lindsay Lohan's character, Anna Gasteyer is the mom, and I forget the actor who plays the dad, but they ground Lindsay Lohan, Katie, her character in the movie, Katie, and then she goes out. And then the dad's like, are they not allowed to do that? Like, he didn't even know how to ground. She'd never been grounded. He didn't even know what it was called. He's like, you're grounded. It's kind of like this right now. Okay. Clean Music Lover. What's up, man? How you doing? Oh, no. Yeah, what's going on with the birds now? What's going on? And to the Cowboys. What's happening here, people? I think Mike McCarthy, though, is a little bit of a force to be reckoned with that people kind of forget about. And I only have my antenna up about Mike McCarthy because he coached the Evil to the East for so long. But I think people kind of forget about that. I feel like he's kind of silently, sneakily good. And I'm sick of the Cowboys, too. They win everything. I don't like the Eagles either, to be fair. But I was cheering, actually, for the Eagles to win yesterday. So, bummer. I didn't watch the entire game, but I don't know. And I will say this, that a few years ago, Dak was my quarterback for my fantasy football team that I won. Nobody cares. Okay. But anyway, good to see you. Sorry about your Eagles. Ranting Packers fan, Randy. Happy Sagittarius season and happy belated birthday to you, Randy. Good luck to your Packers tonight, I guess. I just say that because of you. But I don't like your team, but you don't like my team either, so it's all right. I should actually pull up the chart for the Packers and Giants game. Where are they playing today? Are they playing? Are they in New York today? I don't even know. But good luck tonight, Monday Night Football. I'm sure, at least knock on wood, hopefully it's more exciting than the Vikings game yesterday. That was atrocious. Okay, we talked about Kevin O'Connell, Nick Mullins. Oh, so Justin Jefferson. Oh, okay. I don't know if you were on for this CML, but I did talk about Uranus. But Uranus on the angle seems to work, but not when it's just inside. Ah, okay. Yeah. Actually, you make a good point because there was a chart where, God, I don't remember what it was. It was a few weeks ago. I was looking at a game chart and Uranus was not in the first. It was hanging out really, it was within like 5 to 10 degrees of the ascendant, but Uranus was in the 12th house and that team did end up winning. So yeah, good point there. Good point. I like that. I have no idea the astrology in the last 2 games were for the descendant team, in my opinion. Oh, okay. You mean for the Eagles and stuff? I guess I haven't been looking. I did an Eagles game a few weeks ago when weren't they playing on Monday night or a Thursday night? Oh my God, I got a brand new notebook this year, you guys, and I'm already like, there's so many notes in it. Oh, wait a minute. Was this it? Thursday night football I did? Oh, okay. That's not what I thought it was. I'm just looking at my old notes. Thursday night football when Tampa was at Buffalo. I predicted the Bills by 3 points and they ended up winning by 6. Okay. 49ers, Chargers, Vikings. Oh, here we go. Thursday night football. Vikings and Eagles. What do we got here? Oh, you know what? This year, there was a new moon, too, when the Vikings played the Eagles. And my prediction was Eagles 30 and the Vikings 21. And then the final was Eagles 34 and Vikings 28. I didn't have anything about Uranus, though, in that one. But there was a new moon, though, during that game. Cool. All right. Went off on a tangent there. Okay, I did want to talk about Justin Jefferson, though. A hot second. Yeah, and CML, I don't know how you read the charts, because I've read and seen astrologers read them opposite, like with games. But how I do it is I assign the home team the first house, and the visitor is house 7. I know some astrologers will do opposite that. Actually, one of the books that I read about horary astrology says to do the exact opposite. But I have found this to work better for me. But that's just me. Every astrologer can kind of find their own way. But that's kind of what I found that has worked for me. I have got to go to dinner. Are you doing a stream on Saturday? I might have to restock on beer if we get Ryan, I don't know if you're still on here. Shout out to your wife, Ryan, too. I hope she's still doing well. That was good to hear, though, that her surgery went well, too. Yeah, you might need some beer. I am planning on doing a pregame, at least. I don't know about a live stream. Maybe, since it's Saturday, might funk it up a little bit and go back to old times and actually do a whole entire live stream. Would you guys like that? You are welcome. East Rutherford, New Jersey. I've put that one in my chart of timer too. Yeah. And then Orchard Park too. But yeah, East Rutherford, that's where the game is tonight, right? All right. New York. There we go. In the Meadowlands. I mean, if you guys wanted, we could pull up a chart for that and look at the game. I haven't looked at it for tonight, but I know actually that the moon is besieged right now. So if anybody's had a really hard day, hang in there, because the moon, she's basically like sandwiched in between like our malefic planets right now. So she's getting it from like Mars and Saturn. So if you've been feeling kind of funky today, or people have just been feeling funky, hopefully that'll subside. Also, today is Moon Day. So anything the moon's doing too, it feels extra heightened on the day that she rules, which is today. You saw it in the section championship. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Nice. Very good. JJ, how you doing? Thank you. Yeah. Sorry I had to witness that. It's all good. I am a realistic Vikings fan. I have been my whole entire life. So I've gotten more like, I would say the last like 10 years, I've really like gotten deep into the woods of the realistic realm where I live. But yeah, I mean, I was even like, come on, like at the end, come on. My mom was actually at the game yesterday and she was giving me updates and said that the both fan bases were booing their teams. And the Raiders fans wanted it to be 0-0 and they wanted to go into overtime. So that was the status from the game from the stadium yesterday that I got. But yeah, good to see you. Uranus correctly. You're welcome. Yeah. I've heard other astrologers say, they haven't said Uranus, but Uranus. I think some astrologers also say Uranus, but I think that could be like a dialect thing. All right. Jade, did you predict the Vikings would win 3-0? No, my prediction was I really need to I'm really trying to narrow in on like the point, like the total points, because that's like I'm still tinkering around with that. But my prediction was the Vikings winning by 2. Actually, I had the Vikings 26, Vegas 24. And oddly enough, too, and if anybody wants to fact check and they don't believe me, look in the stream yesterday that I did, but I don't think you will because I think you'll believe me. I did, because I didn't make a final prediction until I did the stream, like a score prediction. So I had in my notes, again, both teams look bad per the chart. There was not a lot of good for the teams yesterday. And then in my notes, I had Vikings win by 3 to 6 points, question mark. Raiders win by 1 to 2 points, question mark. So, but yeah, then in my final prediction, I had the Vikings winning by 2. But I did say per the chart, it was going to be close and it was going to come down to the wire. And damn, did it ever. And it wasn't even, it was like pulling teeth yesterday for Winston. Who's that? Who's this quarterback that I don't know about? Who dat? Let me look it up. I was looking up Nick Mullins. Oh, Jameis Winston, you mean? You mean Jameis Winston? I think that's what you mean. Jameis Winston. He's still with isn't he with New Orleans still? Also, can we just talk about yesterday? Yeah, he's with New Orleans. Okay. Can we just mention yesterday that the Raiders, is Jimmy G that bad? My boyfriend, Jimmy G that bad? Everybody's boyfriend, Jimmy G that bad? Nate, I know he's not your boyfriend. I only remember that because you said that in a stream like a year and a half ago. It was so funny because I was like, my boyfriend, Jimmy G. Nate, you're like, not my boyfriend. Hilarious. But everybody's boyfriend, Jimmy G, is he really that bad? Like, what? Somebody said he's injured, but I heard he has a clean bill of health. Okay. So, yeah, Skull. We at least got the win, right, Danny? An ugly one. An ugly one. But then people say, people are going to look at the schedule and nobody's ever going to... Yes, they will. I mean, the broadcast booth was... They didn't have anything to do but make fun of that. I mean, my gosh. You could tell, too. They did not want that shit going into overtime. Yeah, you said that. That's amazing, Ryan. Yay! That's so great. Congratulations to her. Awesome. Yes, on Saturday? The whole way? The whole kit and caboodle? Yeah, we could probably do that. Oh my gosh. Thanks, Mars. You were so nice. Thank you so much. You were so kind. That is so thoughtful. Thank you so much. You were so generous, sir. How are you? It's always good to see you. Happy holidays. Thank you. That is so nice. Mars. We were just talking about Mars, too. Yeah. Oh, that's so thoughtful of you. Happy holidays back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Put a little star there. All right. Very good. Yes, always amazing to see you too. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I like the green heart too, the peace sign. You know that. Jade, is that the woo? Yeah, it is. I called it conehead style earlier, but yeah, since it's the holiday season, it can be the Whoville. The Grinch stole Christmas, the Jade that stole Christmas. Yeah, basically, I did. Yeah, basically. My name is very fitting because the Grinch is green. And yeah, my birthday is 2 days before Christmas. So it all lines up. Yeah, it does. I'm stealing it away from everybody else. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Have your presents. Hi, Max. Makes sense. I'm feeling. What? What do you mean? What are you talking about? You're feeling gangbanged? Why? What do you mean? Carnatic. Carnatic up in here. Because of my hair? I don't know. What do you mean? Explain it to me like I'm four. Oh, Alabama versus Georgia. Okay, very good. Yeah. Most of you know that I don't follow the college sports, so you have to give me a little bit more. But I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Oh, all right, people. Okay. Carnatic. All right. Also, can I just okay, people? Okay, I have to show you guys this. And if you haven't seen it, we're going to watch just a little bit here. Just a little bit. Just so you can get a little taste here. Okay? If anybody is feeling down in the dumps, if anybody needs a new song, a new jam, I got one for you. Okay? Get ready. Okay. I just shared this with a bunch of people recently, so I just happened to be listening to it. But here we go. Carnatic, I know you're going to sing along. Have you guys seen that? 5-piece meal. Deal. All for you, bitch. And when I say bitch, I say that lovingly. Okay, we needed a biscuit break here. My God, have you guys seen that? That is some funny shit. Mars will be conjunct the South Node and the part of Fortune. Is that when? Mars what? What? I don't think Mars can be conjunct the South Node. The South Node is in Libra right now, and Mars is in Sag. What do you mean? Hey, Purple Haze Podcast, what's up? How you doing, man? What do you think of that game yesterday? What a mess, huh? Oh, okay. For Giants and Titans. When is that game? When is that one? I was talking about Giants and Evil to the East. What do you mean? What an entertaining game that it was. Dude, I know. Like, can we get there, please? I actually did not want that game to go into overtime. I was like, get it over with. Over it. McAndrews, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I know. Seriously. Well, my prediction was the Vikings winning by 2 points, but I had 26-24. Excuse me, a little way off there. Way off. I just still can't get over how yesterday Mark and whoever it was, they couldn't get enough of making fun of, well, it's still 0-0 over here. Are you telling everybody else? Are you telling everybody else about our game, about how it's still 0-0, how it's a punt and then another punt and then another punt? Let's talk about Justin Jefferson quickly. I was going to talk about that. I couldn't help but laugh after the game was, I know. You have to laugh and be happy that it's over. My hairs are lit. Thank you, Jade. Grandizer is coming for you. Shake them off. What do you mean? Nah, Grand is my buddy. What do you mean? Oh, with the Whoville? No, I kind of like that too because I feel like it is very fitting. We could do a side by side. What? Oh, what's that girl's name? Cindy Lou Who or whatever? Is that her name? Dude, that is her name. How did I think of that? You guys, how did I think of that off the cuff? I'm that amazing. Okay, you guys, I'm sorry, but my hair does look exactly like hers. Let's look quick. I'm sorry. I kind of look like her a little bit right now. Here we go. She's kind of scary. Ah! Oh my, she's kind of scary. Ah! Oh, do you guys remember this one? Oh, isn't she so cute? Oh. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's just nostalgic. So cute. But I'm not gonna lie though, she's terrifying. Not the girl, not the actress, just the character. She is kind of scary. The Grinch is freaking scary. Don't get me started. Let's look at this one with the dog. We like the doggy. Dude, I should do my hair like that for Saturday. You guys, should I do my hair like that on Saturday for the stream? Come on. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to do that. That's funny. School for Life, how you doing? What'd you think of that game yesterday? Okay, that is so funny. What do you mean? The Coco Chanel commercial is fired. They use disco. Amanda Lear, Follow Me, Goosey on Goosey Galore. You mean the one with Natalie Portman? Do you mean that one? Which one? Gangbanged as in Moon is... Oh! Oh my god. It took me a minute. I thought you meant in the chat. Yeah, dude. All the moon placements out there. The Cancer people. Asia. Cancer moon. Sorry, I'm throwing this out there for everybody. Max. Cancer moon. You guys, look out. She's being smacked around. She is. Besieged is what it's called, basically, when she's interacting with Mars or Saturn. The malefics. So she goes through so much. You guys go through so much. Just wanted to pop by and say hi and have a good evening. Thanks, Purple Haze Podcast. Always good to see you. Hopefully see you Saturday. Have a good week. If I don't see you before. Taste the biscuit. That's my favorite line. I could tell you wanted to try my potato wedges. Stop. Or the potato wedges. This is my new soundbite. Here we go. Ready, you guys? There we go. All right. I gotta stop. Okay. I think you should remix and throw what? Throw stank on it? What do you mean? How do I do that? I don't know how to remix. Maybe Junior can remix it. Maybe he can do that. Max, can you remix this? Clean Music Lover, can you remix this? People, I can't. My technological skills are not good. That's why the live streams are easier too. I mean, I can do little videos and stuff, but I don't know how to like edit people. There's probably an app for that. TD, how you doing? Cheers. Cheers. I got my water over here. Also, I showed this yesterday, but I'm going to show you all. I drink like room temperature or like warm water. I got this mug heater. I'm obsessed with it. Spend the $15, people, or however much this was. It's a VOBA Vobaga. Okay, can you see it? It's kind of plugged in. I'm obsessed with it. It's on the lowest heat setting right now, but I don't have to reheat my stuff. So yeah, I love it. All right. Oh, thanks, Mars. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. It's cool looking. Good. You guys know I'm always fussy about my hair. And for those of you that don't know, I'm always fussy about my hair. Leo rising problems. Okay. All right. I don't know why the Grinch gives it. Actually, it kind of does give Bill Murray vibes. Bill Murray's a total creep. And so is Jim Carrey's a creep too. They're all creeps. All right. Speaking of creeps and people that are annoying, I don't know if he's a creep, But, okay, I want to talk about this earlier. Oh, Justin Jefferson, do we think he's going to leave? He's not happy here, people. He's not happy. It's going to be Stephon Diggs 2.0. I just had to finally get that out. We can't even go down that rabbit hole right now. Okay? Kevin O'Connell, should he be the coach of this team if they want to draft a quarterback? I don't think so. Speaking of quarterbacks, okay, Prince Patrick got pushed off his pedestal last night, didn't he? And I've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting. I have. Because they're annoying to me. Kansas City. They're annoying because they win all the time. So we're sick of it. We're sick of it. You're actually not that good anymore either. And your mascot and your name is offensive as fuck. So don't come at me. Nobody is. But crybaby Patrick Mahomes. Everybody can see his true colors now. What a crybaby. What a sore loser. You get paid millions upon millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. You've won Super Bowls. You've reached the highest at the profession in which you take part in. And you can't go shake somebody's hand after your team messed up. You lost. You didn't get special treatment? Nah. Bite me. Okay. And Josh Allen isn't a big prize either. Don't get me wrong. He's a crybaby too. You guys saw that though, right? Like, what? You can't even go shake somebody's hand after the game for 2 seconds. You can't put that out of your brain. You have to go bitch about it. What a little baby. What a crybaby. Honestly, people are like, crybaby. Yes, crybaby. Okay? And this is my favorite that somebody made. I'm going to show it to you guys quick here. All right. You probably have seen it. You've seen it. We've seen it. This is my favorite right here. What Josh Allen should have told Patrick Mahomes at midfield yesterday.
Come on.
Here we go.
What, are you gonna cry now? Come on. Cry. What, are you gonna cry now?
I hate that kid in that movie, though. Don't we hate that kid? We hate that kid. Oh, his little hat. Nah, we don't like him. But, oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my glob. Here we go. Let's watch the crybaby in action. Here it is. We've all seen it. At least he gave him a hug. At least there was that. He didn't give him the bird. I'll give him that.
Wildest fucking call I've ever seen, man. Offensive offsides in that moment, man.
Josh Allen's like, dude, get over it. I didn't get what I wanted. Don't cry to your mom about it. Actually, don't cry anybody about it. His kids are probably more mature than he is. I think he was a toddler. I think he has a baby. That baby's probably more mature than he is. And, you know, people were talking about how they lost respect and stuff for him like that. It's like, he's kind of bothered me the whole time. And I've said this before, too. Another little thing that he does, just because we're going to lay it on right now, just because we can. When he's playing, he's like, he does this, chewing on his, like, mouthpiece. It's like, shh, stop. He's little Prince Patrick got pushed off his pedestal yesterday, okay? You didn't get pushed all the way off, man. It's just like, you just got kind of tapped. Like, my God. Seriously. Ooh, fishtail. Oh my gosh, Mark, it's been a minute since I've done the fishtail braid. I could do that. You know what I could do? I could do, instead of just the normal braids, if I did the Cindy Lou Who, I could do them fish braid style. I could do that. They broke up. They broke up, Max. They did. Khalees and Bill Murray broke up. She came to her senses. Actually, though, Bill Murray sometimes shows up in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Like, randomly, he'll, like, show up at, like, house parties and shit. Oh, my God, Rap, what's going on, man? What? How are you? Rap. People, if there is somebody in this chat that is not subscribed to Purple Pocket Podcast yet, go do it. Do it. Do it now. Do it. Do it now. Go do it. But then come back. Okay? All right. Rap, how you doing? It's always good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Hope you're having a good holiday season, all that good stuff. All right. Good to see you. Good to see you. Rap's killing it over there on his channel, too. He's doing a bunch of giveaways and stuff. I think right now, aren't you guys giving away? Aren't you doing a knife set right now? Trying to make knife motions. I have a little pair of scissors. Don't you have a Vikings knife set that you guys are doing right now? Jade, when I saw your hair, I totally thought of Cindy Wooville. That's funny. The Biscuit song. Yes. That has I love that. We could just have it playing in the background. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the piano breakdown. Okay. It has those independent TV. Oh, dude, there's a whole movie as well. Oh, she's getting down over here. You guys are missing her dancing. I also love the fact that this whole thing is in like a thrift store. All right, Grandizer sent us something. What is it? Why can't I open it? Hold on. I can't open this. Why can't I open it? People, how do I get to this? I don't want to block the user. I don't want to put you in a timeout. Why can't I get to that? How do I get this? People, how do I get it from the chat and Rap? How do I get it in there? Somebody help me. How do I get to the link? How do I get to the link-a-dink? How do I do it? From in here. I can't do it. I want to see what you sent. Oh, thanks, Rap. I appreciate you. Yes, it's always good to see you. I hope all is well. Yes. And that game yesterday, dude. I know you and Justin talked about it. Like, okay. I can't. I'm over Kevin O'Connell. I'm over it. All right. Somebody help me. I want to get to this commercial. I don't know how to get it. It won't let me grab it from in here. I can't just grab. Okay. It wouldn't be a stream if my nose didn't start running. What the hell? Literally, it's fine all day long. Fine all day long. I want to see this. What is it? Oh, is it the Dior commercial? I'd buy that perfume just for the commercial. Too bad I don't know any women in my life to buy that perfume. You could wear it. I don't know. Why can't men and women like, there's like, you know, there's like fragrances. Don't mind me. Sorry, people. My nose is running. That are unisex. Who says that can't be unisex, man? Get your Dior on. Live your Dior life, man. I will say that Dior is probably my favorite perfume brand. They have many different perfumes, but I do like their perfume brand. I figured Mahomes' outburst just shows how competitive he is. I get that, but there's being a gracious loser and there's being a sore loser. And I saw nothing gracious at all. Granted, I haven't seen it all. I've only seen a few clips. But yeah, JJ, you could be right. I do think, though, that it was a little bit of pushing off the pedestal. A little bit there. But yeah, you could be right. That's a good point. Jada's right. Jefferson is looking like Dalvin Cook 2.0. I mean, that's another thing that we could discuss here. I mean, I was just kind of alluding to the fact that I don't know if he's going to want to play here anymore. Are we going to want him to play here anymore? Is this maybe something like that's going to be in the future for him, that he's always going to be injury prone? Did he have no, he didn't have a history of being injured because they mentioned like he hadn't sat out that long since like he was in high school or something. So, you know what we should have done? Not we, because we're not involved in it, you guys. We're not. You know what they should have done? They should have clean slated it when they had the opportunity. That was part of the problem there. That was part of the problem. When they got rid of Spielman, Zimmer, and Kirk, they clean slate it and just start at the bottom, because that's basically it's a whole cluster. It's a whole cluster. So in that time where you could have clean slated it, you could still be working and Tinker Tailor Soldier spying it up in here. We'd probably have a similar record and nobody would be none the wiser. Only then you'd be building towards something. Ah! That's why we're stuck in purple purgatory, people. Okay? I just have a feeling we are. I'm gonna Minnesota Sports Talk with Al. I'm gonna be real honest with all the Vikings fans. All right, what do you got? Lay it on us. No way they're still in love. They just wanted to be. I mean, you could be right. They just want their privacy at this time. So Bill Murray and Khalees are definitely still in love. They are sharing milkshakes as we speak, probably at the St. Paul State Stadium right now, I think. Always good to see you, Rob. I already went on that one, but that's okay. Jade, for your astrology vibes, I've been wanting to send you this tune. Okay. It won't let me open the link from the frickin' thing. It's making me annoyed. But I'll work my way around it. I should be able to get your link right here. Come on. I'll just put it in. What's it called? Roberta Kelly. I might have heard the song. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, I love the vibes. Yeah, the 70s vibes, man. I love it already. Okay. Let's see. I love that I went directly and she said Capricorn. You guys, come on. I'm a sun in Capricorn, and I clicked right to where she said Capricorn. People, it was meant to be. All right. No, I don't think I've ever heard this song. I love her freaking outfit. I like that she's just saying the signs. That's all she's doing. Yes, I'm not gonna sing though. I love it. I've never heard the song. Cancerians are searching. I mean, should I show you guys here quick? Look at her outfit. So amazing. I love her. I love this song. Okay, I'll listen to that whole thing later. I don't want to get in trouble for playing it because I've gotten in trouble for playing songs before. It is so me. Oh my gosh, you are so right. Thank you. I love that song. How can I get that as like my theme? My gosh, I love her. Yes, thank you for sending that over to me. I love it. Yes, I don't know if Rap's still in here, but it's always good to see him. The best of it. Yeah, if people are not subscribed, go do it. I can't right click it, man. It won't let me do it. Even when I right click it, it doesn't highlight it. It just like it's my program I'm using, I think. Like what the hell? I bet if I went to the live stream like on YouTube, if I found my own live stream. Uh-oh, Max, are you still on here? R Keys is on. Grandizer, do you ever watch R Keith's channel? Okay. Why isn't it suggesting my own live stream to me? Hello? Okay. I will mute myself. Okay. Oh, see, Grandizer, if I go in here, then I can get to it. Nah, found it. Yeah. Now we're listening to Zodiac again. All right, I figured it out. I have to go to like the YouTube stream. So now I can like see myself streaming over here. So I'm gonna shut that now. I don't want to watch myself. I'm going to stop Roberta. Nice. Yes, yes. Thank you. Yeah, it doesn't do that, unfortunately. I tried to do the right click thing and it won't. It just highlights the whole text bubble. You know, if that makes sense. Anyhow, thank you for trying to help me though. Really? Purple Rain? That's awesome. Are you still on Twitter? I know it was kind of acting up for a minute. You could send it to me on the air. That's awesome. You saw something in the sky? Because I don't know if you were on yesterday too when I was talking about I've seen, well, not in the last like couple of days, but has anyone else ever seen in the sky where it's not a satellite? Excuse me, it's not a plane. It's like stationary and it's like blinking lights. It's usually 3 of them, like red, blue, yellow, white. I don't know. I see a weird shit all the time though. Regarding the perfume, don't let gender limit you. I took a long-term convict and I wore rose. I look like a long-term. You do not. You do not. Okay. Don't listen to him. This is not true. He does not look like a convict at all. Whatever that means. What are convicts supposed to look like too? Right? They could look like anything, but I know what you mean. So what you're telling us is that you look like, God, what are their names? I feel like I look like the ladies from Grey Gardens sometimes. Edie and Little Edie and Big Edie, right? Yeah. Depending on the day, though, it'll be like, do I feel more like Little Edie or Big Edie today? I think that was it. Little Edie had amazing style, though, with the head wraps and stuff. Yeah. Really cool. But yeah, this is true. Very true. If you like a fragrance, just wear it. I mean, I don't think there has to be wear whatever you want, man. Wear whatever you want, man. Us Vikings fans know that we're gonna 7 and 10. And the dear Wilfs let the GM do his job. And for God, please get us a different coach, the same play calling. Yes, exactly. For real. And I'm a broken record, people, but it's a business. So when it comes to business, you got to go all the way to the top. Who's at the top? The Wolves are at the top, so they're the problem. Ownership's an issue. And from a business perspective, it's a perfect place for them to be. And they're businessmen. They're business people. So of course they got the Vikings fans right where they want them. All those Vikings fans that spent money, to go to Las Vegas, but still you're supporting the team, putting money into the team, and they didn't barely do anything. And every year, those loyal Vikings fans are just going to be back spending money year after year. Doesn't matter what they do. Ownership doesn't give a F. If they actually did, they'd be willing to take a risk and possibly be bad if that meant actually doing something and building for the future. But they don't actually care. They only care about the money in the pocket, and they're doing a really good job about it right now. So, if we really wanted things to change around here, we being Vikings fans, stop going to the games. Stop supporting the team until they do something. Until they make the changes that we see fit, damn it. They haven't been doing anything. They're coddlers too. They probably coddle each other. Oh, no, you did play. You called a really good game. Yeah. Should be saying that to Brian Flores, okay? You held that team to 0 points. Granted, they are a load of garbage, that being the Raiders. But the defense did I. Okay? Anywho's. Yes. Yeah, I love it. Oh, good. Nice. Very, very good. Yeah, no, I will. I'm going to listen to that whole thing later. I loved it. Thank you so much for sending it over. You grew up in the 70s. I've been wanting to send it to for years. Just keep forgetting. That's awesome. No, it's all right. Now is better late than never, right? And two, it's perfect for the Sagittarius new moon that we have tomorrow too. Sagittarius is very fun and adventurous fire sign. We're in Sagittarius season. They're usually pretty funny. A lot of times they don't have a filter. You're just like, whoa, well, you just said that there. Okay. So yeah, we got the new moon tomorrow, everybody, too. So perfect time for that. Next up, oh yeah, he's really gonna save us now on his little knee scooter after his Achilles injury. Actually, though, I mean, he could save us. He's like a god. Okay. Do you think the Pizza Boy Cousins was the culprit behind? Oh my god, dude. What if it was Kirk Cousins that left that slice of pizza on the dash of your car? Okay, you guys, this is what happened to Karnataka the other day. Somebody put a piece of pizza in his windshield wiper of his car. What? Has anyone else in this chat ever gone to their car and discovered that somebody had put a piece of pizza between the windshield wiper and the glass, the dash on the outside? I still like Pizza Bandit, and you're wasting a perfectly good piece of pizza because nobody's gonna eat that. Also, did you guys know that for Little Caesars, he's not saying pizza. He's saying piece of pizza. Y'all know that? Piece of pizza. I only learned that within the last year. Fun fact for today. Piece of pizza, okay? Thanks. I keep forgetting my password for Twitter. You totally lost everything. That's okay. People keep saying that Twitter is going to be gone, and then I'm like, it's still here. I'm always going to call it Twitter, though, to be fair. Sweet. You can see that Who Are You, Coco Mademoiselle, Chanel fragrance video. Oh, okay. Coco Chanel. She was a trip, man. Okay. I really liked Coco Before Chanel. I think that's the name of the movie. I think that's what it's called, Coco Before Chanel. It was like a biopic. Yeah. Okay, I got it right. With Audrey Tautou. And it was in 2009. Yeah, she played Coco Chanel. Audrey Tautou did in Coco Before Chanel. 2009 film. It was pretty good. Alrighty. Little Edie and Big Edie are icons. Thank you. They are. Oh my gosh. If we ever go to a Halloween party together, can we please dress up as them? I want to be Big Edie, though. You have to be Little Edie with the amazing headscarves. We have to go to a party together sometime and dress up as them, okay? Summer Home, hello! After the game, the Vikes fans in Vegas weren't even weren't even excited about the win. I was saying during my stream yesterday that no matter if the Vikings were to win or lose, that at least you're in Vegas, you have all those options. You can eat, you can gamble, 420 it up, drink if that's your thing, sports betting, all of the vices available to drown the sorrows and forget or whatever. But yeah, nobody cared. They were probably just happy that game was over, right? It's so funny. Grandizer, Jade, do you recall that UFO sighting in West Michigan in 1994? It was super popular. The sheriff said they saw it too, but could not explain it. Sheriffs got called for it. I probably have seen little snippets of interviews or stuff about that. That does ring a bell. Yeah. Actually, you know what? My aunt recently sent me a news clipping from the 70s or something. And recently, actually, there was a sighting maybe a month ago, I think in Duluth. Let me try to find this article. Oh, here it is. Okay, so one of my aunts sent me this. Okay. News clipping. Oh God, what did she say it was from? Okay, she sent me a newspaper clipping from 1975. Western Minnesota has UFO sightings. A unidentified flying object was reported over parts of western Minnesota and northeastern South Dakota early Saturday. Again, this was from 1975. The Big Stone County Sheriff's Office in Ortonville, Minnesota said the object was spotted at 3:24 a.m. by a deputy. Lackaparle County deputies also spotted the object and tried to follow it east. The Big Stone Sheriff's Office said the UFO had a football shape and was shooting flames with colors changing from green to red. That's what I've seen. And blue. Reports of the object came from as far east as Painesville, as far south as Granite Falls, and as far north as Fergus Falls in Minnesota, and as far west as Sisseton, South Dakota. Yeah, my aunt sent me that a while ago because she thought I would like it. But yeah, that's from 1975. They've been seeing them all over the place forever. Isn't that crazy? That's a cool little article, though. But yeah, it's always like the same thing. And now, if you do see something, I believe you can call MUFONT, right? What does MUFONT stand for? Grandizer, you might know. It's like organization, aerial, MUFONT. But yeah, if you do have a sighting, you can call MUFONT. Why isn't it anywhere on Google? Yeah, that's the organization, MUFONT. You can call them. I'm going to come back to the chat here. I got distracted. Oh, MUFON. Okay, it's MUFON. I thought it was MUFONT. Okay, it's MUFON. Mutual UFO Network. Okay, people, if you see something, you can contact MUFON, MUFON. There we go. All right, we're back. Jade, is it safe to say that you never relied? Okay, if we think about mistletoe, that's kind of, and if we think about all of the Christmas songs, and don't get me wrong, I like the holiday Christmas song and cheer, even though it's like just a way for to get everybody to spend money. But all of the songs are very creepy. We don't even have to talk about Baby It's Cold Outside, but like hiding mistletoe, sneaking mistletoe around, those songs don't really age well. It's like, I don't need somebody sneaking up and trying to kiss me. Richard Dawson, I don't need you trying to come up and kiss me. Okay, get out of here. I know he's dead, but you never know. Zombie Richard Dawson could try to come make out with all of us. Also, for those of you that don't know, Richard Dawson hosted Family Feud back in the day, but I think all of you that are on here right now know that. Did you know, people, that back in the day, Family Feud, you basically, like, I will give this to Richard Dawson. He basically you had to tell the show if you were okay or not with Richard kissing you. So at least there was that. Like, before they went out there, okay, are you cool with Richard kissing you, wanting to kiss you? Obviously, the majority of them said, oh yeah, he can lay one on me. And that's how he met his wife, too. I mean, but no. I don't think I've ever participated in mistletoe, to answer your question. The star on Jade's Christmas tree is tracked by NASA. They're following all of us, you guys. They're listening to all of us all the time. Sometimes I'm talking with Karnatic on the phone and we're talking about all sorts of stuff and the call's been cut off. And that's happened more than once. And I'm always like, if you're listening, isn't there somebody more interesting to listen to? Maybe not. I thought it was pizza because they gave you, I think so. Yeah, you're probably right. I just think most people, like myself, I thought they said piece of pizza, but it's pizza. But yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think that's what it does mean. 2 for the price of 1. Yes, you can be Little Edie. Perfect. Excellent. Yeah, I'll be Big ED. I feel like I get more of her vibe anyway. I mean, I don't know, both of them. Pick up both of the vibes. But yeah, she had the best headscarves. Seriously. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. The most exciting part of the game. Okay, can we talk about that challenge for the game yesterday? I am shocked that that was overturned. Shocked. Shocked. I am like, what? I'm really surprised that they overturned that. I really am. That looked like a catch to me. That was the most exciting part of the game. What about the turnover at the end? Right? That was exciting. Ivan Pace Jr. They showed him doing a backflip into the end zone. That was kind of exciting. That was probably one of the most exciting points. But that's hilarious. I forgot about that challenge yesterday too. Jade, FYI, on December 17th, Danielle Diva will do a horoscope for her birthday. Oh, okay. I'm going to write that down. Oh, yeah. And then she was on World Bigfoot Radio. I got to check that out. I like her a lot. Is she, December 17th? She's a sun in Sagittarius then. That's cool. And I know she was just on World Bigfoot Radio. I have too many pens, but actually, that's not a bad thing. You guys ever buy a pack of pens and get really excited about it? Okay, I'm going to use a different color so I know. Thank you. I'm going to actually write that down so I don't forget. Danielle Diva on World Bigfoot Radio on 12/17. And then I'll know because I wrote it down. Nice. Also, new moon tomorrow, people. Again, reminder on 12/12. Isn't that kind of fun? New beginning tomorrow. The moon and the sun will meet in the sky. So a new cycle for the next 30 days. And then if you want to a new moon in Sagittarius until next year when we have the next new moon in Sagittarius. So very, very good. Thank you for sharing that. I sent the purples. Oh, nice. Thank you. I will check it out. I love it. And then Mark, were you on when I put the ghost picture on here? If you weren't, I can email that back to you if you want to see it, if you weren't on here for that stream. Jade Shadow has been on the back. You're far too kind. I wear all black, usually, always. The majority of my wardrobe is black, but, you know. Mufon. I always thought it was Mufont. I thought there was like a bouffant. I thought there was a T on the end. That's so funny. Actually too, somebody, I still have to listen to it, but somebody I know was on AM Coast to Coast, so I have to listen to that. I still haven't listened to it, but I have to catch up on it. I do recall the Phoenix Lights. Oh yeah, from 1996. I was in Kentucky when that happened. I had friends and family that said they saw it. That's cool. Yes, that is so cool. The challenge. What do you mean? Oh, the challenge for the game yesterday, Mark, in the Vikings and Raiders game. That was one of the most exciting parts of that game yesterday. Was the challenge that the Vikings challenged a call where I honestly thought like it was so close that it looked like the Raiders caught it and it would have been like a first down, fresh set of downs for them. It could have really changed the momentum of the game, actually. And his feet, I don't think his feet got in there, but he didn't have control of the ball. So they did actually overturn that, and the Vikings won the challenge. So that was one of the highlights yesterday. So hi Yogi, how are you? Good to see us. Good to see us. What did you think of that game, dude? I mean, come on, you guys. JJ, what's going on? We got the celebrity in the house, not Justin Jefferson. This is nephew JJ. All right, he's pretty much going to be a bigger name than Justin Jefferson pretty soon. Pretty soon, when we all think of JJ with the Vikings, we're going to think of nephew JJ and not Justin Jefferson. Good to see you. Happy Monday. And that game, we're glad it's over. And two, just to touch on this Saturday, none other than Jake Mother effing Browning And if I have to, I will find my notebooks. I will find the videos where I said we should have kept him. But no. Because I remember too when he was on, when he played like a couple preseason games, I thought he looked pretty decent. No. Just like Case Keenum. No, we can't keep him around here. No. Stupid. I can't. I'm not going to go down the Case rabbit hole tonight. I'm not. JJ, always good to see you. I do recall the 1975 in Snowflake, Arizona, the logger that had an alleged alien abduction. Ooh, that was in the papers. I recall seeing in the paper. That was wild. I mean, that's cool that they actually kept it in the paper and that they didn't remove it. That's cool. This was what the 1990s Fire in the Sky movie that you recall. Oh, okay. All of the movies and all of the TV shows, all of the things that happen, they're all actually happening. They plant all that stuff in there. Like when you see movies about like time travel and stuff, they're already doing that. They've been doing that. We're going to have to start doing Weird Wednesday stream where we just go off because it's easy for me to do that. But I mean, all of it is. And I think too, it's testing out how much can we handle before we be too freaked out. And then they sprinkle it in movies and TV shows. So when it does actually happen in our reality, like if we see an alien, if they introduce us to an alien or something, or teleportation, like in Star Trek, they're doing that, people. They're doing it. They're already doing that. They've been doing it. Anywho's. Okay, let's keep it moving. Okay, Ivan Pace Jr. Yes, and the backflip. Okay, I know that's Rap's dude too. I know Rap with Purple Pocket Podcast. I don't think he's on anymore, but busy guy. But he was on the Ivan Pace Jr. hype trade like since the beginning. So I actually thought of Rap yesterday during that too. I'm like, there goes Rap's guy going off. But yeah, he had a great game. And I mean, undrafted rookie, like showing out. And the backflip thing, the backflip was the most exciting part of the game. Honestly. Yes. He should be defensive player of the week. When did they announce that? Did they already do it? Is it tomorrow? Did they already do it? People, I'm not as up to speed as I once used to be. No, I didn't see that. Oh, okay. I wonder, should I share it quick? Because I have it on my desktop, actually. I'm looking at it right now. Okay. I will send it to you. Let me see if I can. Okay. Here it is. This is original. You see in the middle? Okay, we'll zoom in. And then we'll change the filter. Get ready. Look at that mofo staring at me. I won't go too deep on this story because a lot of you have already heard it. Let's brighten it up. Let's look. Whee! Oh, yeah, what's that? Look at the body, too. It's transparent right here. And if we go in even further, look at the face, you guys. Look at it. It's looking right at me. Looking right at my camera. And if you notice, I did do this on a stream, so I had it a lot more clear, but Mark, I'll send this to you so you can tinker around with the actual image. But look at the face. And it's kind of hard to see again in this because I haven't tinkered around. This is just the original that I'm tinkering around with right now live. But you can see the mouth frowning and like the skeletal nose and the eyes. And this was at a woman's prison, so in France. So somebody, and they wore bonnets that were the same shape as this figure's like head. Because if you notice, the head kind of looks a little weird, right? But they wore bonnets like that. It was funny enough, it's in the city of Aigues-Mortes, which means old death. So, anywho, I'll get off of that, but yeah, I'll send it to you. Because yeah, you can tinker around with like the exposure and the brightness. But yeah, so this is the original. And I had no idea that this was on my camera until hours later. And then in the photos that follow, oh yeah, there's the original again. Actually, I can look at it now, and it's no big deal. People, when I discovered that was on, because I had to zoom way in on my little digital camera, and there was nobody in the room with me. That's the part of the story I'm leaving out. I was the only one in that room because I was trying to take pictures of these windows. You guys, when I saw that for the first time, I was like, what? I just remember being like, and I zoomed way in and like, ah, ah. And then I do have the timestamps too, because that's what's great about the digital camera, because this was taken back in like 2009. It has the timestamps on it. And I actually recently looked up an astrological chart to see where the planets were that day at the time that I got that picture. And just funny enough, the moon was in Scorpio. So anyway, all right, I'm back, you guys. I can get sidetracked. You know that I can. Angel, hello. We all have our wingies. How are you? Cheers. Good to see you. You were right. Something weird was gonna for real. Yeah, Yogi. And like I mentioned this earlier on the stream too, and it's just whenever Uranus is involved, I have noticed in the game charts that I've done, it just whenever Uranus is center stage, there's something weird that's gonna happen. And yeah, the players were dropping like flies. Alexander Madison, Justin Jefferson, that Crosby guy. Then they had a couple other people. Seriously. I think Dave Scott does not have a favorable opinion of MUFON. Well, he has that woman on that is like the head of MUFON, or not the head of MUFON, but like she's heavily involved with MUFON. I don't know though. I believe he cited they sold out. Oh, well, that's funny because he said that he could be bought. So maybe he's just a little jelly. I don't know. Not sure. Yeah, 3-0. That was nuts. That was nuts. I mean, the broadcast booth too, they were like, oh, well, we wanted to make history by having another like 0-0 game. That's how deplorable and boring it was. They had to resort to that. Should we start Nick Mullins or Jaron Hall? Well, I think that depends on where you want the team to go. Do you want the Vikings to try to make a run and excuse me, I feel like I have the hiccups coming. Make the playoffs? Probably want to start Nick Mullins. Now, if you're like, well, we're not really sure, whatever. Jaron Hall. But I honestly, with the way that the Vikings operate, I think we're going to probably see Nick Mullins because they always want to try to get into the playoffs, right? They always want to try to do that. Even though this team has no freaking identity. They're a mess. Her pets' heads are falling off. All right. I don't think we're going to see Jaron Hall again this year unless shit really hits the fan. And there's no possibility of us getting in the playoffs, or Mullins goes down, knock on wood, Dobbs goes down, knock on wood. And it's not like I would like to see more of Jaren Hall. It's like, okay, he's here. Let's see what we got. But I just think, I don't know. What do you guys think? With how the Vikings operate, their normal MO, that's just kind of what it seems like. And two, Kevin O'Connell was talking to the press today too. He's always late too. Have y'all ever noticed that in his pressers? He's always late. Always. Be on time. No, you're in head coach. I don't give a shit. Be on time. That's another thing that bothers me. He's always late for those. Every time he's late. I shouldn't say every time, but seriously, whenever I've listened or caught it, he is always late. We got to investigate this. We got to dive a little deeper. You guys know that we do that here. We do. We don't believe what's, put on the lunch tray. Here, eat it. Here's your slop. No. Pushing that back. No, thank you. I brought my own lunch today. All right. Did you ever like Josh Dobbs' Aunt Jade? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. And I still like the attitude and the poise. And honestly, I think Kevin's coddling him a little bit too much. It's like he's a grown-ass man, dude. You don't have to go over them and be like, well, it wasn't really it wasn't that you were bad. It just, Nick's been with the team a little bit longer. It's just like, dude, he's an adult. He'll get over it. He's on his 7th team. He's fine. So yeah, I do like his attitude. I like his attitude. And he's definitely really smart. The dude can run. Now, the throwing and the running at the same time. The confidence, he seems he's a little scared. Our offensive line, though, has issues. But I don't think he's the worst thing in the world. I really don't. And part of me is, okay, he did better when he had less coaching here. So again, Kevin O'Connell, we're looking at you, sir. What are you doing? Honestly, what are you doing? You got us tilting our heads over here. I don't really know if he's the guy for the job. Mike Zimmer sitting on his ranch, laughing, chuckling. Okay. What do you think, JJ, though? What do you think about it? What do you guys think? I like the question, though. Grandizer, thank you. Appreciate that. I do not. I don't. I don't. But I don't have any control over it. I don't. Astrologically speaking, Kirk just entered what's called a 12th house perfection year. Every year that you're born, or your age, depending on the age that you are, there's a certain theme astrologically of the year that you will be experiencing. Now, again, it goes a lot deeper than that. That's just like a surface level. But he just entered what's called the 12th house perfection year. There's 12 houses in astrology. So depending on your age, you'll be going through one of those house years. For example, when you're 18, you go through a 7th house perfection year, just off the top of my head. But Kirk just entered a 12th house perfection year. Now, one of the things that the 12th house is endings and also healings too. And also being in the hospital. So it's interesting that he had his birthday, entered that 12th house perfection year. Actually, I've never even thought about this far. Entered his 12th house perfection year when he had his birthday in August or July. He's a sun in Leo, so he's got his birthday then. And then a couple months later, finds himself in the hospital, which again, 12th house can have to do with endings, healing, also being in the hospital, isolated as well. Wow, that's really fitting. I never went that deep with it. Isn't that crazy though? So with all that being said, it could be his last year with the Vikings, an ending with the team. I wish I had his actual birth chart information, because then we could probably really dig in there and actually see if he's going to come back or not. But I don't. But this could also be him he's healing, going through that 12th house perfection year. And by this time next season, when he finishes that 12th house perfection year, or by the start of next season, he will be done with that 12th house perfection year, which has to do with, again, endings, healing, isolation, hospitals, prisons. Spirituality is found there as well. And then that could be a fresh start with the team. But he is going through some sort of ending right now. Will that be with the Vikings and starting somewhere else fresh? Or is that just his actual like body healing itself? Man, I never went that deep, but it's very fitting. I keep hearing, though, that the Vikings want him back, and I think if they bring Kevin O'Connell back, I think Kirk comes back too. I do think that they're a package deal. They're those fraternal twins. Talked about that before. Kevin and Kirk. Package deal. So I think if Kevin comes back, Kirk's coming back too. I don't think we're going to see anything different. We've seen it. We've seen the Kirk experiment for 5 years now. We've seen it. We've seen that song and dance. Okay, we've seen it and heard it. It need to move on. Otherwise, you're just spinning in circles. The purple purgatory continues. Oh, well, if he had this, blah, 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 blah. Remember when he was the only missing piece? Oh, yeah. That didn't last long, did it? Anyhow. Okay, I get it. I didn't know what the challenge was. That's all right. Happy to keep you in the know. Grandizer's got the Viking song. I'm not going to sing. I know you want me to sing, but I'm not going to. All right. Oh my gosh, it's 7:00. The game's going to happen. Is everybody ready for Monday Night Football? I didn't even look at the chart. We could have looked at the chart for that. I talked about it. JJ says, I believe in aliens. Nice. They're good to us if we're good. Exactly. Yes. Dude, exactly. Yes. I think that goes for everything, too. Treat others, aliens, animals, beings, whatever, how you want to be treated. Exactly. Yeah, you make a really good point, too. And I've heard that on, if you listen to, like, UFO or, like, paranormal or things like that, it's like humans are so quick a lot of the time to be on the defense, or to like pull out a weapon or to like, we don't know that you're a foreign being. We have to attack you, like to an alien, for example. It's like, well, if we attack something, what do you expect them to do? They're probably going to attack back. But if you're like, hey, what's going on here? If there's no like weird vibe or like you being attacked, maybe check it out first. Yeah, exactly. Be good to them. I love that. Yeah, I loved that backflip too. That was amazing. Yes, that was so cool. I wish I could do those backflips. I've only ever been able to do backflip on trampoline. And even then, it's like a total mind thing too. Because they say that backflips are easier than front flips. I could do front flip on trampoline, mind you, trampoline. Front flip, no problem. But like backflip, oh my God, that's just like, I was only able to do backflip a few times. And then it just like my brain. I think that's what they get like the twisties. I think that's way more insane though. But it's like where you lose where you are in the air. I don't know. Yeah, I totally thought of rap too. Yeah. I know. No more Pizza Ranch, boy. For the love of all the Pizza Ranches out there, please, no more. Oh, yeah, Pace Gang. He does. You're right. Yeah. Hashtag Pace Gang. I love that. Yeah, no, dude. That was probably, like Summer Home said, the challenge with the game yesterday, and then the backflip. And the game ending. There we go. Most exciting things. Alexander Madison had a pretty good game, too. All right, everybody's been dogging on my dude, Alexander Madison. Ivan Pace Jr. looked a bit bulkier. I don't know. Hasn't he always looked that big? I mean, not like big, but you know what I mean, like broad. He did though. But doesn't he wear like? It seems like he wears like the extra padding or extra like shoulder pads. Also, since Anthony Barr's been back, what has he been doing? I kind of forgot he was back for a second. Like, what's he been up to? Yeah, greetings, space cadets. Nanu. I love that. Can we all do this? Can you guys do that? With your hands? Can you do this with your tongue? Can you guys do the 3-leaf clover? That used to be my go-to trick when I was a kid. Thought I was so cool. You use 12 zodiac sign. Oh, 12. 12, 12. Yogi, I mean, you do what you want, but there is no 13th. It's 12. It's 12. That apotrexis or whatever, no. It's 12. And just the number 12 in general, too. There's 12 months, 12 zodiac signs. There's a lot of other 12s, too. I just can't think of them now. And also, too, the frequency 369 is very important, like the Tesla frequency as well. And if you add the 1 and the 2 together, it equals the 3 from the 12. So, but yeah, I use 12. That Justin Jefferson injury was 100%. Yeah, that's another thing. You can't be throwing balls 3 feet over your receiver's head. But yeah, that's true. Because I was just going to say, if you're Justin Jefferson, maybe don't go for that. But wide receiver, you're going to go for the ball. Also, I just pulled up my other screen. And on the side note, what do I see that is trending? Area 51. Okay. But actually, what really caught my eye is Amanda Bynes. What is going on with Amanda Bynes? Did something happen? Oh, people are just now noticing that creep, Dan Schneider, ew, disgusting, from Nickelodeon. He's a freaking creep. Don't even get me going. Yeah, everybody leave Amanda Bynes alone. Yeah, she got messed up from him too. Amanda Bynes, I'm still a fan. Poor Amanda Bynes. I hope she gets the help. Okay, she's trending on Twitter because people can't believe that that's her. Leave Amanda Bynes alone, damn it. Leave her alone. All right. I'm back. I just saw Amanda Bynes over there and I got worried. All right. Evil to the East and the Giants are starting in 1 minute. Oh, yeah, you asked me that yesterday too, JJ. I basically, astronomy is like the stars and the planets. So I know a little bit about that. Like, it's like a different thing. I don't know how to differentiate actually between astronomy and astrology. But I learned astrology. I guess that's just zodiac signs, where astronomy is like stars and galaxies and planets, where the zodiac and astrology, we use the planets mainly. And there's some like fixed stars in there, but it's mainly just looking at the planets. But I am self-taught, basically. I've always been into it. I've always been interested. Read a lot of books, listened to a lot of like lectures or like podcasts as well. So yeah, and doing a lot of like self-studies. That's why too I write down all the stuff with every game too, just looking at tracking the planets with sports, because the planets move in patterns too. So it's really just looking at the patterns of everything. Like way back in the day, people used to stay up late just to watch the moon, just to track. That's how we know that the moon travels the way that she does, because thousands of years ago, somebody was staying up looking at that. So yeah, basically I'm self-taught. But another really good thing too about like the internet and like YouTube is there's so many astrologers that like have channels and put their information online. But I've also read a lot of books too, kind of going back to the brass tacks, just reading books and stuff. But I've always been interested in it, like my whole life. So but yeah, so I can always talk about it. But I started getting real deep into it maybe like probably around like my Saturn return, which was like 8 years ago. I don't know, like 10 years-ish ago, probably when I started diving deeper. And then I've just been diving deeper ever since. But I've always been into it. I've always liked it and always been into astrology. Jade, you know, I have to always ask, please tell us about Heaven's Gate and the Haley Bop comet. Haley Bop comet. I remember that. The only thing I remember that. Like as a kid, I remember it. Yeah, we're never gonna see it again. And yeah, I still just remember it. Cause what is it? How often does it come around? Pardon me, my nose is running. Hi, Fel. Hi. I like seeing people from Twitch come by. How's it going? How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, that's crazy. I'll still send it to you too. Yeah, and then you can look at tinker around with it even more. Yeah, JJ, I'm sorry for your loss. I saw that. That's too bad. I see it as a lesson to always spend time with your family. Yeah. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah. I mean, it's hard. People deal with grief in so many different ways, you know, too, depending on how you knew that person, but that's a good thing. Hopefully being able to tell them everything that you wanted to and spend time. But yeah, it's a good reminder for everybody as well, too. And hopefully if this is what you believe, that you'll meet again. Yeah. Okay. You know what, JJ, you could ask him. It doesn't hurt in asking. Because from what I've heard, what I believe to be true, they want to help you. Those that look over your ancestors, however you want to call that, your spirit guides, whatever, people that you know that are on the other side, they want to help you. They want to be there for you. Because from what I've heard, again, what I believe to be true is when you're on the other side, you don't need anything. You have everything that you need. So they want to help you. So you could always ask. You could ask for something specific too. Or you could just say, show me a sign. But I bet you'll know when you know. You'll know when you know. I remember one of my old coworkers, this woman I used to work with, she started talking to me one time about her uncle that had passed. And it was years ago, so I don't really remember like and not that it doesn't matter, like the actual, she clearly like loved her uncle and he had passed, but very shortly after she started talking about him, we were just like talking, and all of the sudden I saw above her, it was like this like halo of lights, but it went like this. It wasn't like this. It started over on her left side, and it went like this, and it was like these glittering lights that then were over here. So it was like surrounding her. And she was talking to me, and it just like appeared there. And and I told her, and she's a cool person and very just like, and I told her what I was seeing, and then it went away. And she goes, "Oh, that was him." I mean, yeah, it was him. But it was just, that was one of the craziest visual things that I've ever had, like talking to somebody about. Yeah. So that was cool. That was maybe like 5 years ago. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, JJ, you can always ask. He probably will show himself to you when it's the right time. Jade doesn't always make spaghetti, but when she does, she makes it. I do. I make what I call mush bowls. And when I say mush bowl, I literally just like throw everything in and then I just eat it. It's a lot because I eat like once a day. How'd you know? No, that's funny. Actually, at first I thought stars in your name meant NFL stars, but actual stars. So cool. And funny enough, it kind of does mean both. Like I kind of thought it as like stars, obviously the constellation and like the stars and the zodiac and astrology, yes. But also it does also kind of mean stars as in stars, like celebrities, because I talk about a lot of different things here. But so you weren't like completely far off, but the first stars, it does firstly mean astrology, but it's got a double entendre there. So yeah, picking up on that for sure. So yeah. It's funny. I want us to make a good run in the playoffs, so maybe Hall, but Mullins, but that could be fool's gold. It could be. I mean, we don't really have a lot to work with right now. We don't. But and it just feels like we're on the again, we're in purgatory because if they make the playoffs and then they lose, they're going to be picking like what did somebody tell me yesterday? Like the position they would have been picking at 21. They're always picking around there. It's going to be the same old song and dance for a while, I'm afraid. James, how's it going? I was talking about you earlier because I was bitching about Kevin coddling too much. How you doing? Yeah, it's a baseball score for real. This is how this game will be referred to in the years to come. For real. Talk about a snooze alert and a snooze fest. For real. All right. I have to go over on Monday Night Football for a second. Okay, it's almost been 2 hours, you guys. I'm going to get off at before 2. I didn't plan on going for this long, but that's okay. I like talking with you guys, seeing what's popping. Jade, when you get a chance, can you drop a video on your top 5 holiday movies? That might be fun. I don't know. I don't know if that's really like relevant. I'll think about it. I don't watch a lot of movies. I really don't watch a lot of movies anymore. I'll think about it. Maybe, how about this? I've not really been doing like videos a lot anymore. Because I was talking about like the live stream too. It's just, I'm not like super tech savvy. I'm trying to pull up this game right now. But I'll think about it. I like Uncle Buck a lot. That's somehow I think become like a holiday movie. But Uncle Buck is some funny shit. I'll think about it though, Grandizer. I will. I didn't know there was a time for press conference. Oh, there is a time. Today, what time does he normally? I think today it was at 1:00. And he showed up at 1:12. Show up on time. It just annoys me because I get it. We get it. Stuff happens. We get it. We get it. We got it. Good. We get it. We get it. Be on time. Kevin's lost me. He never really won me. I just spit on my other computer. That's okay. I just, okay, we got the game going over here. I'm seeing DeVito, and I kept thinking it was Danny DeVito, so sorry, but this is New York's quarterback. All right, at 0-0, New York and Evil to the East. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, being on time. Kevin, be on time. He's full of excuses. He's full of hot air, honestly. Well, this is on me. This is on me. Do better then. And honestly, he lucked out with that challenge yesterday. He really lucked out with that challenge yesterday. I did not think that was going to get overturned. You're not bad. It's just Nick has been there a bit longer. There you go. Yeah. And I mean, again, they're all grown-ass adults. I mean, Josh Dobbs, he's not an idiot. He knows, right? This is what, his like 7th team? He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be fine. Just tell him to be a man and yeah, go sit on the bench. Don't even get up. Yeah. Tag at Vikings to your video. You're talking. I should. I know. I used to tag him on Twitter a little. I used to tag him on Twitter sometimes. But I don't know why I stopped doing that. I'm like, you know what? If you don't want to listen to me, that's your problem. I'm only trying to help you. And if they want the help, they'll find me. But yeah, I mean, I should be their astrologer at this point. All the people have astrologers, people. When everything drops and stuff, there's always a reason for it. If you look at the dates, it's usually astrology related. Thanks, JJ, though. I appreciate that. Jade, my Dolphins almost ready to play. Okay, I thought that. Is there 2 Monday night fiascos going on? Because I saw the Dolphins, and I swear that was a repeat. But is there Evil to the East and Dolphins and whoever the hell they're playing? Really? I got a feeling tonight's going to be a good night. Good luck. Good luck. If you're still on here, Grandizer, good luck. Once I work for the Vikings, y'all can get free tickets to games. And thank you, JJ. That's not far off, dude. That is not far off, my man. All right. That is not far off. So I offer money. You all play the man of honor and take umbrage. I ask you to do what is right, and you'll play the, what is that? Brigade? I have no stomach for I have no stomach for games. Maybe we should just stop watching. Let's stop watching. Let's all stop. We serve hard drinks here for men and men who want to get drunk fast. Well, I can't. People, alcohol makes me sick. It does. It literally just makes me, I mean, it literally is poison. I mean, pick your poison, people. Do whatever you want. Except JJ, you are not old enough to drink. Don't be drinking. Monday Night Football is about to start. Okay, people, since when are they playing 4 teams? Here we go. Titans and Dolphins. They're giving us a little ticker on the side. I should go turn that on. Turn off this other crap. Watching the Evil to the East here. They just missed a sack. Good defense, Green Bay. Nice job. Not. Yeah. All right. ABC showed NFL standings and if the playoffs were held today, both. Okay. Yes, I heard about that, which is wild. Yeah, I did hear about that. And I think he get like pulled. I think he got pulled over on Friday. I think it's Friday because the team I think left Saturday, right? And yeah, I think he got pulled over. It was a DUI, driving under the influence. I think it was, he blew like a, I don't even want to say what it was, but the legal limit is 0.08 to be driving, and he was over that. So, and I think he posted like I think it was like a small amount to get out of there or whatever. But yeah, I didn't, and funny too, we're probably not going to hear much more about that. And whatever happened with Jordan Addison and that dog situation? What was that? We never heard anything more about that. Interesting how that just disappeared, just backed into the shadows. Like that Homer Simpson gif or whatever that we've all seen so many times, backing into the bushes. Interesting. Who swept that under the rug? Is the dog okay? Does he have a dog? Did we ever even find that out? Got a lot of questions here. Oh, what would I say to Kirk's face if I met him? I would probably say, hi, Kirk. Nice to meet you. That's probably what I would say first. Not going to be rude to him. And it depends, like, what capacity. Where am I meeting him? Passing by? If I was passing him by, I wouldn't say anything. I would just keep walking. I mean, but if I met him, I would say, nice to meet you, man. I'd probably ask him about some sort of, I'd probably ask him what his favorite type of pizza is. That's what I would say after nice to meet you. Because that's just like that's just like a question. But depending on how he responds to it, I will know for sure if he or anyone he may know has ever watched my channel. They have. I'd probably say something like that. But now the cat's out of the bag, so I got to think of something else. I'd say, have you ever thought about going into motivational speaking? I think you'd be really good at that. Did you ever cover Creed during karaoke? How far in advance do your Excel spreadsheets go if you plan them out in 10-minute increments? How far in advance do those spreadsheets go? A week? A day? That's a lot of cells. For those of you that do Excel, you'll know there's a lot of cells. That's a good question, though. Have you met Kirk, JJ? Have you met him before? I feel like you might have met him. Have you met him? Do I like bearded Kirk or babyface Kirk better? Oh, he's not a bad looking guy. He's a nice looking guy. I mean, I don't think, to be honest though, I don't think anybody's like an uggo. Everybody's got good looks or whatever. People just look different. I don't know. I think he looks fine either way. Honestly, I think he can grow the full beard in. I think that looks good. No beard, I think that looks good as well. But if I had to choose, that's a tough one because I think they're like equal. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's a really good question. It doesn't. They're both kind of equal to me. Maybe for his sake, no beard. You know, you got young face. I don't know, but I mean, he looks good with the beard too. I'm a fan of either beard or no beard. That's a tough question. What would you say to Kevin O'Connell's face if you met him in person? I'd say, Kevin! Like in Home Alone. That's what I would say. I'd say, when are you gonna, okay, I'd say, all right, listen, okay? I mean this in all niceties. When are you gonna potty train these players, okay? When are you gonna take the training wheels off? When are you gonna stop the coddling? It needs to stop, sir. He's not gonna get mad at me. And if he does get mad at me, then I'd say, hello, where was this? The whole time. I'd say, dude, lay off the coddling, man. But again, that depends where I meet him. Like if this is like a official meeting or something, if it's just a passerby, but I'd probably again say, hi, Kevin, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And I'd probably turn it on him. I'd say, how do you think your first 2 seasons as the Vikings head coach has gone so far? How would you grade yourself? That's probably what I'd ask him. I'd ask him to give himself a letter grade. All right, 2 more minutes, peeps. The Kirk experiment isn't exactly new. Exactly. It's like that experiment you're in like science class and you can't get past it. You keep failing. This like, you know, when you have to like split up and do your little tests and all that stuff. JJ, you know this. You're in school. The young folk will know this. Not an old person like me that's been out of school for so long. That is like, yeah, the things, the tests and things. Filling in the bubbles to your tests with your beakers in science class, with your goggles, your safety goggles. I mean, hell, we had to dissect a cat in my science class. Yeah. Our cat that my group had was black. I remember it. Yeah. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he did not exist. And like that, he is gone. There you go. What do they say? The devil works harder. What's that phrase? Something? The devil dances at night. There's that. I want a feared QB. Me too, JJ. I agree. When defensive players hear Kirk's name, exactly, they laugh. They say, oh, no big thing. I want a quarterback who is a winner, who is feared, and a franchise quarterback and a Super Bowl talent. JJ, I think me and you need to go into TCO headquarters and make a pitch here. Man, could you imagine if they actually let some of us run the team? Could you imagine? We might actually get somewhere. And the thing is, they could probably pay us a lot less than who they're paying now. Just saying. Yeah, for real, dude. We would try to maul them, and man, they could just probably wink and whole place would blast up, you know? And that's another thing too. It's like if they wanted to, I think they could have already taken us out. And the thing is, in my opinion, it's the planet they're concerned about. Because I think they're already here. They live here. Some of them live here. They're already here. They've been here. I think some of them walk around. They look completely like human people, like humans, but they're not. I think other ones live underground. I think other ones live under the ocean. They're all over. There's probably some that live in my apartment too. I just can't like see them, you know? But then sometimes on the side of my eye, I see things. But I think that's anywhere because there's so many different timelines. Feel like I just saw something now. Yeah, we're talking about it, whatever. I've always said that though. I'm like, we're all just, I'm doing my thing, you're doing your thing. Okay. So that's how it is. So I'll do my thing and that's cool. And then whoever, you just do your thing. All right. Imagine if the military heard about, oh, JJ, we need a few hours to get going on this. They already know. And all in my opinion, okay, allegedly, all in my opinion, they've been back engineering these things. I think some things that people see are things that the government and that we have back engineered because they have retrieved like spacecraft from like Roswell, for example, and they've been back engineering it. So I think some things that we do see in the sky that look like, whoa, what the F is that? I think it is government or human made, but we are trying to replicate a spaceship, for example. Yeah, I know. And a lot of the times, too, a lot of the sightings get seen near military bases as well. Because I think a lot of them are, again, back engineered. They're maybe going out for a test zoom. Who knows? But there's so much stuff. If you want to deep dive on that, it's out there, man. The Dolphins just scored. Grandizer will be happy. JJ, how are the NFL players such good dancers? I know. Cam Bynum did the worm. Well, because they got to be, right? I mean, they're athletes after all. Like a lot of their time, I think, is like, nutrition, keeping your body in good shape, like your health, your fitness. But yeah, for real, a lot of them are very limber, especially with the gymnastics too. Because a lot of that is like in your brain too. Because we all have the ability to do backflips and shit. We all have that ability. But it's like your brain that's like, whoa, I'm scared. I can't do it, So that's funny. Yeah, your best friend, shall we call it Cam Bynum? Your dude there, your homie. Jade Danielle Diva joined Texas Front Porch channel. Yeah, who is that? I always hear about that channel, which is where she does all of her live streams, just in case you can't find her. She's at Texas. Okay, very good. I'll put that next to my note. Yeah, she's awesome. I think is she technically a psychic medium? Or she just psychic? I think she's a psychic medium. I can't remember. Thank you, Grandizer. I will write that down. All right, I'm over 2 hours, peeps, and Monday Night Football is in full effect. I didn't even look at either chart. That's okay. Constant clearing of the throat is a reptilian feature. Oh, I never thought about that. But yeah, that could be. I just did a deep dive too the other day, just this last weekend actually, on Valiant Thor. So if anybody's interested and you want to go on a deep dive, look up Valiant Thor. Look him up. There's been rumors that aliens in the military have been enemies and have been fighting for years, if not centuries. Yeah, this is true. I have also heard it is alleged that aliens will not, because again, they're worried about the planet. They don't want any sort of like nuclear like war or anything like that. I have heard it was alleged that they have actually shot down aliens, beings, whatever, off-worlders have shot down like nuclear weapons or nuclear bombs that we have tried to, not the US, I can't remember, but like the world, humans have tried to do. Because again, they're worried about the planet. They're worried about Gaia. So, Not necessarily about humans per se, but since we live here, you know, it's still the go-to trick. That's funny. Yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, I think he had like a $200 bail for the DUI. Mm-hmm. Some use 15 zodiac signs. They make it up as they go along. Yeah, I mean, it's it depends on the house system, you know. Yeah, you know it. I don't have anything Gumby can sit on. He was once a little green slab of clay. He says hello. There he is, up close and personal. Can you see him? Oh yeah, there he is. That's pretty good. He's got his knitted sweater on, and then he's also got a knitted cape too, with a little hood there. I try to put the little hood part on him, on the little cape that he has. He doesn't exactly have arms for like the second cape, but there's like a little hood there. I feel like it's kind of his little witches or warlocks cape, you know? But yeah, try to keep that. Yeah, I don't know. There's Gumby. All right. CBS World News has a topic, the COVID generation, kids who miss school due to COVID. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, everybody missing school. Well, aren't they doing like online? Gumby doesn't know shit about that. Gumby's stealing the show. Like Mr. Bill. Actually, you guys want to see something too? Oh no! I have a Mr. Bill pin. Can you guys see it? Check that out. Oh no! Ah. I was combining Mr. Bill and Gumby. All right, anyway. Vintage Mr. Bill button with his little. All right. I did not know that. Yep, game on. I see that. It's why we should enjoy those around us that we are cool with. This is true. While they're still here with us, when they leave us for good. That is, yeah, it is sad. It is. And again, grieving's different for everybody, you know? So yeah, just want to spend your time in a good way. End on good notes, things like that. Yeah, it's a good reminder for that. William, what's going on, man? Good to see you. How you doing? Sorry about the Eagles yesterday, dude. Tough one, huh? That was a toughie. No shit, what happened? Well, yeah, I know. All right, rap sheet or Shefty. We'll find out why O'Connell delays his pressers. They will break the news eventually. They will. Because he's tardy. He can't be on time. It's the little things I think that you really have to look for. That really say a lot about a person. It's the little things. Maybe that's just me. I pay attention to a lot of like little weird things where other things are like out in the open, you know. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they'll break the news eventually when he's gone. I still want to hear from Mike Zimmer, damn it. One day we're going to get the Mike Zimmer story. We're going to get it. One day. Uncle Buck is hilarious. Cheers to that. You should have seen the toast. I couldn't even get it through the door. Deportes Estrellas con Jade. Something with me. Deportes. Oh, dead relatives. Estrellas. Oh, dead ones. Them. Isn't that them? Plural for them. I'm trying to work on my Spanish. I'm doing pretty good, man. Thanks for asking. I am doing good. Thank you. Mm-hmm. One time in 2018, there was a game between Patriots and the Steelers and the 49ers and the Seahawks. Those were both so good, I had to rotate during commercial breaks. It was so hard to choose. See, I like games like that. Yes, where you can't decide because they're both so good. They're both so juicy and good. Yeah. That's fun though. See, that's where now that they have those multi-screens, where you can watch multiple games at a time. Now you can do that. Back in the day, not so much. Grandizer, I called Bayo Time the John Candy of YouTube content creators because of his humor. When he painted his beard and said he was Andrew Whitworth, former Rams tackle. How did he take that? I hope he took it well. Yeah, Payo's a good dude. He's so nice, very passionate, and a very successful YouTube content creator, I may say. It looked like oh no, foaming at the mouth. That's not good. That's not good, especially rabies. That's incurable. Jordan Addison was getting touchdown when Kirk was going. This is true. This is true. This is true. But also, we do have to remember, people. I think we can't forget now. We can't low bar Kirk because of everyone else that is available. Remember when he was the highest paid quarterback in the league? When has he ever performed as such? Never. He's a swindler. Him and his agent. He's got the best agent in the league. I feel like Kirk gets a lot of excuses too. Well, it's like, dude, do your job. That's why you get paid to throw the ball. Like, oh, well, did you see that? Nothing. This is nothing against you, but just for example, did you see that throw Kirk made? Yeah, no shit. That's his job. That's what he's supposed to be doing, making a throw. Oh, that was a long throw. Good for him. That's what he's supposed to be doing. High standards. Jade live streamed tonight's game. She didn't even know she was going to do that. I know, exactly. I still got this Green Bay game going on over here. All right, 0-0. If my critics saw me walking on water, they'd say it's because I can't swim. Yeah, for real. And the thing is, too, there's always going to be somebody that has a problem with you, no matter who you are. There's always going to be somebody that's got a problem. So you might as well just do what you want. Who cares? Whatever. Let them talk then. But yeah. And sometimes it's not easy to hear those things, though. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. That I'm still trying to, I don't have any of it figured out, but I'm still trying to figure that one out. Like what? I actually just heard something about that recently. I don't even remember what I heard, but I remember when I heard it, it made it less scary. Because that's a little terrifying. Excuse me. Those are a little terrifying. But yeah, don't let them in. Don't look them in the face or in the eyes either. Another punt. This game also is going to finish in 0-0. I saw that. Yep, they did just do the replay on that Grandizer. It looks like 7-0 still. 0-0. All right, over in New York. All right, or in Jersey. In case I miss your outro, happy holidays. Till next time, always enjoy catching up. Thanks, Grandizer. Appreciate that. We'll catch you next time. Maybe see you on Saturday for the Vikings game. But appreciate you. I am going to sign off too. Thanks for everybody for joining. I didn't plan on going 2 hours, but it's cool. I like chatting with everybody. I don't know if Danielle Diva is psychic. I do know she is beautiful. Oh, yeah, she is very beautiful. I believe she's at least psychic. I don't know if she's a psychic medium, or I could be wrong. Maybe she's a medium, but I do believe she would categorize herself in one of those categories, but I shouldn't speak for her. But yeah, she's awesome. That's what we know. All right. Vikings remaining schedule. Here we go. At Cincy, Detroit. Oh my gosh, Detroit twice. And then Evil to the East, Detroit. And what else we got? Chicago, I think, too. We end with Chicago. JJ, what do you have? Patriots shouldn't even be a football team. They're located in too small of a state. And also they stink. Oh, just kidding. But yeah, isn't it kind of crazy when you think about it? And like Idaho, Montana, neither of the Dakotas, Iowa, Nebraska, Oklahoma, they don't have any NFL football teams. So that's a little weird too. Okay. Anyway, also to Mark, if you're still on, I appreciate the super chat so much. Thank you. You are far too kind. I appreciate you. That is so nice. I really appreciate everybody also that popped in. You know that I do. Always good to chat with you guys. And yeah, just wanted to talk about yesterday too. Yeah. Again, the points I had 26, Vikings, Raiders 24. I knew it was going to be a close one. Off on the points, on the total points, but had it being a close one and going down to the wire again. Had the Vikings winning, and then lo and behold, look what happened. But onward to Saturday, I will look at the chart for Saturday and see what I find, and I will share it with you. And then we'll see about going for the entire time on Saturday. Probably. Gearing towards probably. All right. So yeah, I hope everybody has a good rest of your Monday night. It's already almost Tuesday, people. Woo, we made it. JJ, thank you so much. Best nephew ever. Have a great rest of your Monday as well. And yeah, everybody have a great rest of your week too if I don't talk to you until Saturday. And yeah, take care. Take it easy. And for everybody's team that's playing